Watkins on the move for USC.
She was one of the best passers in the Big Ten.
Watkins, one of the best at getting in the passing lane in the nation.
Coming off of last season, there's a different air about someone when, you walk in the office a couple weeks later, and I was like, okay, this is sophomore JuJu. She's always had a grace about her. She's always had an ability to handle the spotlight and the pressures.
Watkins probing. Now starts her move and scores. That is absolutely lethal from JuJu Watkins.
People who have true greatness within them, they don't settle, they're not satisfied, so she's always trying to get better.
JuJu Watkins, the Big Ten Player of the Year as a sophomore. She joins a fabulous list of players to pull that off. Just 8 all-time, including Caitlin Clark, most recently 3 years ago. None of this should come as a surprise. JuJu, the #1 recruit in the country 2 years ago, and more than living up to all of the hype and expectations. JuJu Watkins joins us now for today's big interview. Great to have you with us, JuJu. What did you think when you heard you had won this award?
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here. I think this was one of my biggest goals this year, and I'm so glad, we were able to pull it off. Of course, it takes more than me. I'm thankful for Coach Lindsay and the whole team for supporting me throughout this process. And, I'm excited.
As well you should be. It's just been fabulous to watch you this year. I think one of the things that stands out is that you have saved some of your best performances for the biggest games, and the most obvious examples I think that stand out to people are the 2 wins over UCLA. What is it about you, like in terms of your ability to motivate yourself and to rise to the occasion at the biggest moments?
Yeah, I think that's why I love the game so much is you get moments like this and you get crowds, that make you want to play your best. Honestly, it's just why I love the game. I always look forward to big moments and just do my best to perform to the best of my ability.
I want to help people get to know you a little bit. You are from Watts, so from Los Angeles. You chose to play for a program that hadn't been past the first round of the NCAA tournament since you were 8 months old, which I'm guessing you do not remember. So what made you say USC was the right place for you?
Man, it honestly felt like home. I went with my heart when it came to deciding. And like I said, Coach Lindsay, she's the best. I mean, Big Ten Coach of the Year. The team here, the culture, I'm just a big fan of it. And I'm big on energy, and I just got the greatest energy from here. And that's really helped me make my decision.
I mentioned that you are from Watts. Your great-grandfather is legendary in that community, doing a lot of work trying to help elevate people's lives. In fact, I know you played basketball when you were a kid in a park that was named after your great-grandfather. So what does it mean to be close to that community, to be doing this near home, near people who helped form the person that you are?
Yeah, it definitely means a lot. I think outside of, other reasons and more technical reasons, that's why I committed to SC as far as like coaching and stuff. One of the other big reasons was being close to family, being close to home, and being able to, just be that something for my community. I think that was really important. So whenever I see people I know in the stands, it really is just a full circle moment for me, and I never take that for granted.
What do you think about when you think of how far you've come from that girl in the park to what you have elevated this game to?
I don't even know. Like I couldn't have seen this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying every moment of it and just continuing to get better.
Well, I mean, there's some amazing things that have happened. Like, obviously, the billboards are incredible, right? You're on major commercials. You've got LeBron James saying, he's your big brother, your little sister, how proud he is of you. J.J. Redick complimenting you, DeMar DeRozan. I mean, you can just go down the list of all the people who have sung your praises. We had this star-studded crowd out to see not just you. I mean, obviously, there are great superstars throughout that game, USC and UCLA the other night, but certainly a big part of the reason was to see JuJu Watkins in person. What has that been like to have this level of fame and notoriety?
Yeah, I'm processing it every day. I think, I don't really think about it too much, but I do have moments where I'm just, in complete awe of like how far I've come and the support that I've been blessed enough to have throughout this journey. And yeah, I guess the only word would be blessed. Yeah.
What's the coolest thing that's happened?
The coolest thing? I don't know. They put me on the spot. I don't know. I get to work out with a lot of pros, which I really appreciate because I'm able to, be starstruck and learn things. So that's been a great part of the process as well.
I mentioned LeBron. Is there someone else that like you've kind of leaned on for advice, not just with your game, but kind of advice on how to handle the spotlight?
Yeah, I think Asia Wilson, she's one of my favorite players of all time. And just to know that I have her support and she's just doing her thing. And I'm so happy that she is. And, we keep in touch and I'm very grateful for that.
Describe that scene at Pauley on Saturday.
It was insane. It was insane. That was my second time playing in Pauley. So the game never disappoints. I'll say that. And it was just a great atmosphere to be a part of.
You guys have had UCLA's number certainly this year. There's the potential for you to play them again in Indianapolis coming up this weekend, the potential to play them maybe in the NCAA tournament. What do you think has given you the upper hand in those two games, though, so far this year?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I think, Coach would break down all the statistics, and I would just say just a desire to win. I mean, like, I think we're really tough, and I admire this about this team, and we're always looking to overcome obstacles and get better in any way possible. So I would just say that kind of intangible things.
We just had Coach Gottlieb on, as you mentioned, Big Ten Coach of the Year. What makes her so good?
Man, I think she's a player's coach. She's always checking in with us, asking what we need, willing to do whatever to make sure that we're playing at the best of our ability. So I think I admire that the most about her. She's very honest, supportive, and always there for you. So I really appreciate that. When
you say she's a player's coach, what does that mean to you?
I think just having her players' backs. I think I know I've had that vibe from her even in the recruiting process. Like, we really got along, and just to know that she has my support and she has my back, that means a lot.
What is her message and what is your message as you think about what this team needs to do to make a deep March run and maybe even into April? What are the biggest keys for USC?
I think the work. Speaks for itself. As long as we continue to be locked in and stay together as a team, I think the sky's the limit for us.
Well, congratulations, JuJu. This is an amazing cap to a great regular season. The postseason should be fantastic as well for the Trojans. Look forward to seeing you play in Indy coming up this week. I know everyone is really excited to have USC and all the new West Coast teams as part of the Big Ten tournament.
Thank you so much. This is just a great honor, so I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. Congratulations. That is JuJu Watkins, the Player of the Year. Ohio State's Jelani Cambridge is the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, according to the media, and the Co-Freshman of the Year, according to the coaches. Cambridge averaged 16 points per game this year, the best mark for an OSU freshman since Kelsey Mitchell averaged nearly 25 10 years ago. She's the second Buckeye Frosh to win the award in the last 3 seasons, joining her teammate Cody McMahon, the 11th Buckeye to win the Media Freshman of the Year mark, the most for any Big Ten school. Mentioned the coaches had her as Co-Freshman of the Year, shared that award with Michigan's Olivia Olson, averaging 16 points per game, the most for a Michigan freshman in more than 40 years. In addition to Cambridge and Olson, both the coaches and media selecting the same other 3 players to round out the all-freshman team: Michigan's Silas Swords, Nebraska's Kit Prince, and Kennedy Smith of USC. Such an impressive group of first-year players. The future obviously quite bright for the Big Ten. Will be men's hoops the rest of the way. Mike joining me for the dramatic conclusion of our show. We will take a look at the conference and the stretch run ahead, the biggest games in the final week